30 update. Where are we now with US 30? I did a poll on my story, and many of you were asking, could you do an update on US 30? What's currently happening in that market, and where do we go from here? Now, US 30 and the indices market across the whole was quite an interesting one because, of course, we did anticipate the selling opportunities at the start of the year. And then, right before the election results, we did say that we're going to see the indices market hit all time highs. Now, we did, in fact, do that. So, what next? Personally, as long as the dollar does continue its momentum to the downside, I do think we're going to see the indice market continue to the upside, and I do think, obviously, with the vaccines now coming into play, and also, I suppose another stimulus package coming into effect in the near future. I think these are all factors that will drive up the indice market. Now, whether you think that the market should crash or whether it should go down, we can agree that it's being heavily manipulated at the moment, especially with the stimulus package. I mean, without that, this market would have gone to at least, 23,000 already. Yeah, I think that we're going to see the market continue to trend to the upside going into 2021, at least the first, maybe all of January. We could see this market continue its bullish momentum to the upside. Maybe we could even hit 34,000. This is not, I wouldn't be surprised. And then February is when we could start to see that market decline. So who knows? Let's see. We've got 4,000 more pips to the upside to hit the 34,000 area, and then we could look for our selling opportunities around this level. I do not see the stock market continuing its bullish momentum throughout 2021, right? I do believe we're going to see a solid pullback. Now, again, the way I like to trade the indice market is you do want to look at the overall macro, but you also want to take into account the micro data, right? So, for example, when we did anticipate and sold Germany 30, US 30, and price started to top out, once we saw price close above this level, we did in fact sell again because we thought price would then continue to the downside. So we thought this was a break, retest, and then continuation to the downside. So we moved our stop to break even, and as you can see, price did continue to trend to the upside. Now, by this point, we quickly assumed that, okay, we could potentially see a retrace, and the elections were coming up. So this is where we started to predict our all-time highs. So we took advantage of some buying opportunities around here, and then of course the all-time highs we predicted has now happened across the board. So let's just look at the short term. Let's go over that again. So short term, I do see the indice market continuing to the upside. For how long? I would say at least the first half of January. Let's just say January. So we see the market continue to the upside going into January. February, mid Feb, we could start to see the market start to top out. We can look for our selling opportunities and then hopefully ride this all the way back down to the downside. But again, the only thing keeping this market afloat would be those short term, fundamental data plays like the vaccine, hopes of the vaccine that should be, it's already been rolled out in the UK, and it should be rolled out across the world. So immediately investors and traders are going to immediately say to themselves, well, this should, nip at least the corona issue, in the bud, right? At least should be over. But then what about all the jobs that were lost? This is around 34,000 February when people start to realize, okay, so we've quote unquote got the vaccine, a stimulus check has been, has been issued, but what now? Where do we go from here? And then with this, with investors and traders asking themselves these questions, we're going to see that uncertainty play out into the market, which is where I believe we'll start to see the pullbacks. But yeah, I believe we are going to continue to see the rally to the upside. Now, don't get me wrong, we could see another pullback to the support, which is, again, quite a lot of pips. So let's see how much that is. Okay, cool. So that's another 1,000 pips. So yeah, we could potentially see price pull back into this 30,000 area, right? We could see that. But again, this is just a new support area, guys. Right? So unless we close below this area, we're going to continue to the upside for now. Now, again, I want the big short just as much as you guys, but we can only give what the market, let's not be delusional here. We can only trade what the market is. We can only respond to the market. We can't just sell in hopes that the market's going to crash, and it should crash because of what's happening. Again, it's being manipulated. So let's play along, and then we have our long-term plan, and we'll take advantage of it just like we did at the start of the year.